I thought I'd just append this article at the end of the email I'm sending out with this video today from Doug Casey. His analysis of the current dangers of a nuclear exchange, I think, are essential reading, really, and not very happy reading, but something we should all be aware of, I think, because the realities right now are not too good, with people on the trigger finger, as it were, and a small spark could perhaps set off something which is perhaps unimaginable and certainly unwanted by all of us, I think. Anyway, that's something to look at if you so wish. Right, back to the markets. Bitcoin, no change at all. We're still seeing its fifth wave, which has slightly made new highs, in fact. So it could be now got a 1, 2, 3, 4, possible 5, or a messy 5, but we still seem to be peaking in a fifth wave with a correction due. As I said before, we've got support at 21,400, which is there. 50% around 20,200, but we're still waiting for some confirmation that the correction has begun at this point. So no change there. Ditto Ethereum, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave. There's it could be this is a fourth wave. It looks like a fourth wave. It's very corrective. So I think the fifth wave is still to come, but looks like we're due a peak pretty soon. As I said before, there's a possibility of a third wave extension. Here's IA1, 2, and this would be a third of a third, but even if we see that, we're still due, I think, a bigger pullback first before things start to accelerate. But I'm basically very bullish on crypto, but obviously a correction taking us down to around here somewhere. It would be a great time to buy if we see that. No any guarantees on these things, but that's the way the chart looks, I think. Alright, gold remains a little bit behind the cryptos in the sense that the fourth wave is still forming, the fifth wave is yet to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, no confirmation that actually this fourth wave decline is over. And again, the possibility of a third wave extension is a possibility again here. But this could be the beginning of something. Let's have a look at the 5-minute chart, just to 5-day chart, so to see what we can see. I guess we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's potentially this could be, the low could be in here, and we could be waiting for. I'll just look at the fibs on the chart, just see how they look. All right, so that's down there for some reason. Got a 1 there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a pretty clear move. The A wave found support on the 23.6% retracement. B retest, 1, 2, 3. So it could see a bit more in fact, but we have gone to below 50%. But in fact, there again, we've got an ABC here, so I think maybe the low is still to come. In fact, it would make sense to see one more low down here. Maybe at 61.8%, it was 1830 odd. But the pattern looks pretty clear that it's the beginning of maybe a very substantial move. So this is worth tracking to see when the low might come in. Because gold could see a considerable advance from here, I think, given the world situation and the possibility of nuclear war, even, which is, I guess, we just show the insanity of our leaders, perhaps. Anyway, I'll try not to mention that again. Right, on to the next market. Still the same on the 5-minute chart. We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks pretty solid. Fourth wave found support on the 50% level, which is a confirmation of the counting extent. We then got a bounce around the 23.8%, sorry, 23.6, can't quite see it, followed by an ABC with almost just kissed the 38.2, and then bounced up. So it could be the low, in fact, on silver. So the same basic scenario. It looks like we're waiting for a good, this could be a good buying opportunity, depends on the trading parameters. We'll be experiencing their own approach, obviously. My purpose really is to help you with what markets are doing, and also to give any tips on trading if that's needed or whatever. I think you understand what I'm trying to do. So this potentially looks good. Anyway, let's go on to the next market. Right, FTSE is in this final fifth of a fifth move. So we've got a 1 to there, I think. The count is not actually that. It could be a 1, 2, I suppose. 1, 2, 1, 2. I mean, it looks like the peak isn't in yet. I mean, if anything else, we've got this, I think, around a 5-minute chart again, just to show this. We had a couple of decent spikes here and here. So that's a clear ABC, suggesting that we haven't bottomed yet. So the 4 may actually be over here, I think, perhaps. With the 5th wave coming in. So I still think we're going a little bit higher, but not much. I think we're pretty close now to the peaks of this, the peak of this market. So let's see how the DAX is faring. Right, the DAX may have peaked already with a possible 5 down here, followed by an ABC. Problem is, then got another ABC, which is rather muddies the water. So again, we could see another peak, in fact. So I'm not, this 5 may be not misleading, is not perhaps the right word, but a full signal, I suppose, is more appropriate. I mean, this could be some kind of massive correction, I suppose, i.e. an A, B and a C, but it shouldn't make new highs, obviously. Otherwise that would negate the peak, as it were. But certainly an ABC here at the moment with quite a strong buy signal there, I would say. It rather negates the count on FTSE at the moment. Cancel that last remark. FTSE also looks like it might see a new high, given it's seeing a similar ABC, in fact. So both DAX and FTSE suggesting maybe we're going to go a bit higher. See what the Dow has to say. Well, similar to the DAX, we've got the 5 waves down again, ABC, which was sufficient correction really, went near to 80%, was a lot longer than the original decline. Another 5 waves down, promising that the decline was continuing, and promising is the right word to use for a decline. So another rather corrective looking move, not very impulsive. But again, we've got an ABC coming in from this peak here. An ABC there, another decline. I mean, this could be the decline beginning, in fact. We have got a possible 1, ABC 2, and then a 1, 2. So this could be a third wave coming in fact. We need it under a 5-minute chart, just to put some filter on here. Right, certainly in case the peak's already in here, so we've got a 1, a 2, 1, 2 of 3, and this could be the third wave starting up, as it were. So we need to break through below this low here, around 33,456. I mean, the wave pattern is a little bit obscure right now, but we seem to be starting to accelerate, but I guess that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe for 1 of 3, 2 of 3 maybe. This is all a bit unclear, but clearly a break below that would be a key issue at the moment. So let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Okay, the Nasdaq peaked at the end of last year, December 2022. We had a 5 waves down for 1, ABC 2, 1 of 3, 2 of 3. Now this gets a bit confusing, but I think this is 1 of 3 of 3. We've got clear 5 waves. ABC 2 of 3 of 3. Quite a big retracement. Let's have a look and see whether this latest decline is actually doing anything of note at the moment. Let me just pause for a second. The answer is no, it's not. We've got a clear ABC, in fact, ABC, ABC, so it's like a C wave. So, in fact, what we have got here is a 1, 2, possible 3, not a very clear thing. There's not going to be a third wave, maybe. I think the account may become clearer once we see the rally that looks like it's due. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There could be a 1 to there, maybe a 3 small 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, maybe. Yeah, it's not very clear, I mean, but it does look like this is corrective, so it looks like we've got more higher to go. So, excuse me, once that's out of the way, then that may give us some clarity. But it looks like a corrective move before a fall, which is what we're seeing on other equities. Right, having started with a deathly vision, let me start again. Having started with a picture of a nuclear bomb going off, I thought we may as well end with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Obviously we had the plague in the form of COVID, although the vaccination is now being recorded as being more deadly than the problem itself. It seems rather odd that in this technocratic age, the doctors and the medical people seem to manage to make a cure that was worse than the disease itself. War is raging, I guess, one place or another, and maybe about to get worse, I suppose. Lots of reports about the food supply being under threat, although I've seen no sign of that myself. I mean, there may be something to come. So it's all looking a bit worrying at the moment, but hopefully we'll all get through it as usual. We always have before. Anyway, hope you found this report interesting. I'm back again on Thursday. Have a great day. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.